case if you've suffered amnesia lately, Fire Force is an anime released last year whose defining characteristics was that the main character had flamethrowers for legs and that the main villain could literally stop time using the heat of the universe or something like that. From the creator of Soul Eater no less, which we can see by the main hero looking pretty much like the Soul Eater's main hero. Truly the most daring of innovations indeed. But yes, the story is about Earth after a radical global warming where people are known to spontaneously combust. Our main hero is enlisted into the newly created 8th Fire Force Department, whose sole purpose is to be a wild card at the political games between various factions of the Tokyo Empire, all while there's a being called Evangelist that runs a sort of mix between Crusaders and ISIS who want to destroy Tokyo for reasons I still yet fail to really understand. What I shall tentatively call the plot of Fire Force 2 continues the trend started in Fire Force 1 of writing down a whole bunch of only vaguely connected story elements and then flapping its hands and gargling spitballs. The real mystery of the plot isn't the grand schemes and revelations, but trying to guess what sort of bullshit will the author throw at the heroes next. Like, seriously, first did they try making some sort of revelations on the Adol link that they failed to deliver on, then they meet the crazy pink-haired girl/boy thing that they failed to secure, then they go to China, find another superpowered plant there, then these two chuckle fucks raid the holiest of temples with fuck all results, then the main heroes raid Google headquarters with the only result being them allying with them, guess property damage is the best way to ensure friendly relations in this world, then they raid the Nether and I'm not even sure what they got out of it, and then a training montage and a very spooky moon, a Soul Eater reference. The end. The show's biggest flaw in terms of execution is that it is tonally confused and flip-flops from being serious to being goofy, often in the same episode or where it doesn't need to be. To demonstrate what I mean by it, let's play a little game I like to call This Is Silly. I shall retell to you a part of the plot without any context and you'll decide if this is a filler episode or not. So, a secondary character whose main feature is that she is commonly associated with a gorilla is fighting a girl working for the biggest corporation in the Empire whose signature attack is a robot that shits lasers. Sounds like some sort of a filler, you'd say? Well, actually, this is a raid into a child experiment department of this facility where they keep a very important kid that is literally a neurotic nuclear bomb in a relationship with an older guy that I'm more than sure inspired at least one fanfiction about it. See what I mean about it being tonally confused? Atsushi Okubo in general could never write serious political stuff well, mostly because it either bogs down in tedious minutiae or serves as a thinly veiled excuse for fight scenes, neither of which really give you a good feel for the characters that make them look shallow and forgettable. He did this in Soul Eater with his arachnophobia arc, and here it's pretty much the same shit, only now with an even bigger body count and introduction of characters that literally died the second they're introduced. And come to think of it, this is probably the reason not many people remember Soul Eater somewhere after episode 28. Where he excels at are the fight scenes that are still grandiose and fun to watch, even if the fire abilities are basically magic at this point. Everything I disliked about the first season is still in force. Outside of people we already know about, the main villains are introduced and are wasted an episode in. Shoko Sakabe, the brother of our main hero, was absent throughout the whole thing, yet outside of Karon and Ogun I didn't remember anyone, mostly because everyone else was either useless or died, and all of them could be explained in about 2 to 4 words. The graphics are still quite nice to look at, which is especially good for the fight scenes. The music isn't that memorable, but it is thematic and it doesn't ruin the flow of the show too much. The plot so far isn't that impressive, which is a shame because I actually like the Ace Brigade as characters. They're spunky and positive-spirited with this lovable air of having no idea what the fuck they're doing. It is a shame that everything around them is either overly serious or stupid. Kinda like modern Germany if you think about it.